Poetry has had the power to tell stories for centuries, and now the City of Lynn has its first official storyteller. Michelle LaPoetica Richardson is the city's newest and first Poet Laureate, and will spend the next 2 years serving her term and serving her community through writing. So welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So walk us through the process. What is it like? How do you become Lynn's first ever Poet Laureate?
Oh my God, so it started with the councilwoman, Nicole McLean. It was an idea, and she got the support of John Andrews from the Creative Collective, and they brought it to the city. The city backed the idea, and a committee of 8 people from the community were selected and brought together to embark on the process. So they put out a call for poets, and people applied. I applied, but I submitted my application at 11:58.
Wow.
It was due at midnight. But it was like, there was a lot to the process, more internally and emotionally, but it was about gathering poems, selecting poems out of all the hundreds of poems that I've written, making that handful selection of this is what I'm going to present to them. I mean, that process itself was, intense.
Okay, the name LaPoetica, where did that come from?
So I'm first generation born Dominican. So Spanish is my first language. And LaPoetica is the poetic one in Spanish, but it also breaks down to a person of extraordinary talent, and I create art.
That's so beautiful. All right, you're going to actually share some of your art with us today.
Yes.
What's the name of the piece you're going to share?
This piece is called Patriotic Masks, and I think it's very fitting to the way that the world is right now, especially here in the country.
Let's hear it, please.
I wish more people would take off that comfortable mask called patriotism and realize that, like it or not, we are all products of the infamous melting pot that brews the American dream to a dim flame, cutting the gas bought by those that seek to destroy us right before it comes to a boil, thus never allowing it to cook properly. And then they have the nerve to tell me where my allegiance should lie. And I'm not going to cry, rant, or rave. I'll find some kind of acceptance in being an indentured slave, living from paycheck to paycheck, never being able to call anything mine. And at the end of the day, I know that no matter how hard I work or try, Uncle Sam is the only one eating the quote-unquote piece of the American pie and its dream filling. Tell me how fitting it is that America finds a ways and means to feed the world while the ones that live here are left to die homeless, penniless, and hungry because of the budget cuts and the downsizing. We're known to feed the bellies of the monsters before the uprising, and then we give them a ticket to fly the plane that flies down to blow up the hand that feeds them. I find it ironic and even more so pathetic that I can't get my help to put my boys through private schools, but they gladly provide tools to those that want to educate and cause harm. And then they want to try to pass laws for the only workers on the farm, and they don't yield with the ones in the field that work to provide a weak meal to those they left behind. Yet they find it just and quite fine that the murderer of a child can get 3 meals a day, free housing, health insurance, recreation off my pay, but the hardworking miserables can't stay, and they're forced to live in fear day by day because they don't bear that green ticket in their pocket to the all-you-can-eat buffet of the American pie that they can't eat. Yes, sir, it's a hell of a lot easier to talk it without putting on those worn-out shoes and trying to walk it with the weight of supporting a family that you haven't seen in years on your back. All of this because you lack a green ticket that you could swipe through an ice scanner and hear it tell you, yes, you can go back and see your loved ones, and then come back to this hellhole when you're done and return to the daily grind. Besides feeling unkind, doesn't your conscience feel a little off whack? When you sit there on your high horse and you tell me to go back to where I came from, I was born right here, you insignificant crumb. And if you look back through the years, you'll see the truth in your family tree. And oh, say you will see someone, 2 or 3 from your family cross these borders by land or sea. It doesn't matter if their names were jotted down in a log in Ellis Island or etched in Plymouth Rock, you fool. None of us are 100%. It's a catch-22 stitched right into your red, white, and blues now. I'm going to smile as I remember that you're ignorant.
Wow.
Because the only truth is that American equals immigrant.
Thank you so much. Where can we find you quickly online?
I'm going to be on social media tonight, live on Vibe Red at Instagram. I'm going to be doing this poem and
what's your handle, though?
Oh, at Michelle LaPoetica.
Thank you so much for your time. Oh, my gosh, thank you so much. And we have more coming up in the show, so stick around.
That's right. That was beautiful. Thank you guys so much.